We're living in a time when it feels like everything is moving at lightning speed, doesn't it? 1 minute, you're looking at your future and thinking you've got all the time in the world to figure it out. And the next, you realize just how much time has passed and how much more you need to do. And trust me, I get it. There's this constant pressure, right? The pressure to hustle, to make it big, to do more than just get by. It's overwhelming, especially when everyone else seems to have it together and you're just trying to catch up. But here's something I want you to hear. You cannot afford to wait any longer. I know it might feel like you have all the time in the world, but trust me, you don't. If you want to get anywhere, if you want to build the life you imagine for yourself, the time to start is now. Look, I know the whole idea of self-investment can feel abstract. Like, how do I invest in myself when I don't even know where I'm going yet? But it's not about having it all figured out. It's about showing up for yourself today so that tomorrow you don't look back and regret not putting in the work sooner. It's about starting even when you don't feel ready, because here's the hard truth. No one feels completely ready. The key is to start even when you're unsure, because without that first step, nothing ever changes. I remember when I was younger, I used to think that success would just sort of happen on its own, that if I worked hard enough, things would eventually fall into place. But what I've learned is that life doesn't work that way. You can't just wait for opportunities to show up. You have to create them. And the best way to create those opportunities is to invest in yourself, to start developing the skills, the mindset, and the confidence you'll need for what comes next. I know it's easy to get distracted, especially when everything in the world seems like it needs your attention. You've got friends, family, social media, a million things pulling you in 1,000 directions. But here's what I want to tell you. If you don't invest in yourself now, if you don't take this moment seriously, then you might wake up one day and realize you've missed the window. And that feeling when you look back and think, I should have started sooner, is something you don't want to experience. When you're young, it feels like there's always time to make up for lost ground, but that's a trap. The truth is, time doesn't stop for anyone. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. Every little habit, every new thing you learn, every time you push through the distractions and focus on what really matters, you're building the foundation for your future. And those small steps, the ones that seem insignificant now, are the things that will add up over time to create something meaningful. And let's talk about distractions for a second. There's a million things pulling for your attention. It's so easy to get caught up in the scrolling, the Netflix binges, and the endless noise of social media. But every second you spend procrastinating, every moment you waste thinking you'll do it later, is a second you're not getting back. And before you know it, the years have passed and you haven't taken those steps toward building what you really want for yourself. And trust me, I've been there, getting lost in distractions, putting things off, thinking, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes unless you make it happen today. The hardest part though, starting. The first step is always the hardest. Whether it's waking up an hour earlier to study, reading that book that'll teach you something new, or taking that online course, it all starts with just doing something instead of waiting. And once you take that step, once you start showing up for yourself, things start to shift. You start seeing opportunities where you didn't before. You start building momentum, and before long, you're on your way. But it's that first step, that initial decision to invest in yourself, that sets everything else in motion. You have so much more power than you think. Don't let the idea of I'm too young or I have time hold you back. You don't have to have it all figured out to start. Just start, and let that be enough for now. Trust that every little bit of effort, every bit of learning, and every choice you make today is a piece of the bigger picture. Because when you look back years from now, it's going to be those moments, those days when you decided to choose yourself over the distractions that will have shaped your success. And here's the most important part of all. It's never too late to start, but it sure is harder if you wait. If you keep putting it off, if you keep telling yourself tomorrow, you're not just postponing your growth, you're robbing yourself of the future you deserve. The only way to make your dreams real is to start making moves today, even if they're small, because one day you'll wake up and realize you've built something that's all yours. So stop waiting. Start investing in yourself now before it's too late. The future, you will thank you for it.